So Christmas is sadly over and the new year is almost here, so let me share some books that I got for Christmas. Hey book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books and Me. Welcome to my third book haul for December. I will link below to my two pre-Christmas book hauls so you can see what other books I got this month if you happen to miss those videos. But today I'm going to be talking about the books that I got for Christmas. Now I did mention in my first pre-Christmas book haul that I went to my local New and Used bookstore and picked out a crap load of books, and my mum commandeered most of them to give me for Christmas. So I did know what books I was getting for Christmas before I opened the presents on Christmas Day. Let's get into it because I did get quite a few books. Now the first book is actually one that I got just before Christmas. I was not expecting it and I was so excited when the parcel arrived, and I was like, I know what this is, and I ripped into it, and that is Glass Sword by Victoria Avia, the second book in the Red Queen series. I was kindly sent this copy for a review from Hatchet Australia. This book comes out between the 9th and the 11th of February. It comes out in hardback in America on the 9th and here in paperback in Australia on the 11th, so it should be coming out around those dates where you live, and I was so excited to get this. Like I said, I wasn't expecting it. I had requested this book I think back in October or November, and I obviously didn't know if I was going to even get a review copy, and even if I did get one, I wasn't expecting it till January, so to get it right before Christmas, super pumped. I've already started it. I'm 10 chapters in, exactly 134 pages in. So much has happened in 10 chapters already. It is absolutely amazing. I'm so excited to keep reading it and look forward to a review closer to the release date. But I can just say that if you loved Red Queen, then you are going to love Glass Sword. So now into the books I actually got for Christmas. So the first three books are part of the Charmed novel tie-in adaptation whatever series, and there are about 40 books in this series, and I actually planned on getting all of them and reading all of them. And so I got The Power of Three, which is actually the first book, and this one is by someone, I don't know who this is by. Oh, Eliza Wilde. So that one's by Eliza Wilde. The next one is Mystic Knoll, and this one was by Diana Gallagher, and Hurricane Hex, which is also by her. I don't know what numbers these books are in the series, but I don't even think I'm going to read them in order. I mean, I'm going to start reading The Power of Three first, because it is the first one. But yeah, I actually already own I actually already own 3 of these books already, again somewhere in the series, so I'm going to start reading them in 2016. Again, not going to read them in order because I think some of them are really hard to find while others are pretty easy, but we'll see how we go. The next 2 books I got are The Crooked Letter and The Devoured Earth by Sean Williams, books 1 and 4 in the Books of the Cataclysm series. I own book 2, which is The Blood Debt, and I mentioned in my unhaul video that I was planning on getting rid of it because I wasn't really, because I didn't have obviously the first book, and I have to say these books cost around $30, like a paperback book $30. Wasn't really inclined to go out and pick up the first book, but I saw these for $6 each and I jumped at them and got them. I'm not entirely sure what this series is about. It's like a futuristic fantasy dystopian kind of thing, but it has gotten really great reviews. I'm kind of reminded by these covers, especially the cover of The Blood Debt, of something along the lines of Treasure Island or Atlantis, like the Disney adaptations of them. And I'm also kind of reminded of something like Avatar or something. I don't really know, but I'm keen to read it and I'm hoping to start the series in 2016 as well. Then the next book I got is Lament by Maggie Stiefvater. This is the first book. I think it's a duology. I don't know what it's called. It might be called the Lament duology. I haven't read anything by Maggie Stiefvater yet, and I actually hadn't heard of this book prior to seeing it, so I thought I would give it a chance. It is a fae book where there is a 16-year-old girl called Dee who can actually see them. She comes and she ends up being drawn to the irresistibly beautiful and mysterious Luke, and Dee senses that he wants something more dangerous than a summer romance, but Dee doesn't realise that Luke is an assassin from the Fae world and she is his next target. So it sounds very intriguing. Very excited to get into this and see if I like some of Maggie Stiefvater's writing style, because I do want to read maybe the Shiva trilogy, but I definitely want to read the Raven cycle. So this will be a good start so that I can get into her writing style and hopefully I can jump on board her work. The next book is one that I hadn't even heard of as well, and that is Blaze of Glory by Michael Pryor. Yep, this is the first book in the Laws of Magic series. I don't really know too much about this. All I know is that there is this 16-year-old guy, there's this guy, I don't even know how old he is, all I know about this book is it is about this boy called Aubrey, who is the son of a prominent ex-prime minister. He's brilliant at magic, but he's stuck at boarding school along with his friend George, and one weekend they go to a shooting party at Prince Albert's country estate and they find themselves in a hotbed of political intrigue. I don't really know too much more about it. It sounds really intriguing, and the main reason why I picked it up is, firstly, I really love the cover and the spine. Secondly, the series is called the Laws of Magic series, so it sounds very interesting. The next book I got is Evermore by Alison Noel, I don't know how you actually pronounce her last name, and this is the first book in the Immortals series. This series has been around for ages. I've been wanting to read this series for ages, but just never got around to picking up any of the books. I have heard extremely mixed things about this. Like, for every probably 5 negative reviews, I see 1 positive. So that has kind of put me off picking up the series, but the synopsis still really intrigues me, so I'm really keen to give it a go. It is about this 16-year-old girl called Eva Bloom, who is the sole survivor of a car accident that killed her family. She's exiled to sunny California and is haunted by her little sister and by the ability to see people's auras, hear their thoughts, and know their entire life story by touching them. She wants to hide from the world, but when a stunningly handsome new guy arrives at school, she can't seem to keep away. Falling in love with Damon is dangerous. He's not what he seems, but if Damon is her destiny, how can Eva walk away? It just still sounds really intriguing to me, and I just want to read it to make my own opinion about it. This is only just on 300 pages, and I have to say the font is kind of big, so I feel like I can get through this pretty quickly. It's not a long book. The books in the whole series aren't even that long, so I feel like it'd be worth giving it a shot. The next book is Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood. The first book in the Cahill Witch Chronicles. From what I can gather about this one, I think it's about triplet sisters who are witches, and I think their mother may have died, and they sort of don't really want to take on being a witch, or they don't like being a witch, and they can't really control and hide it as well as their mum did, but they have to work together. I'm not really sure. I think there's something to do with maybe like brothers. And if the brothers discover their secret, they're destined for the asylum or prison or death. I don't really know. I have seen pretty good reviews for this book, so I'm excited to give it a go. The next book is just one for fun, and that is The Magical Worlds of Narnia, A Treasury of Myths and Legends by David Colbert. This just has several questions about each of the books in the series and giving answers for it. For example, why it was a wardrobe, who let evil into Narnia, what's the Knight's Tale, why did only Lucy see what Lucy saw, what's the story in the Magician's Book, is the silver chair part of a set, what does Lewis mean by Shadowlands, and why would anyone hate Narnia, just to name a few of them. If you've been on this channel for the past couple of months, you'll know that I've been reading the Narnia series, and so I really love the Narnia series, so I'm keen to give this one a go after I finish the series, just for a bit of fun. And yeah, finally the last book I got is Love, Ellen by Betty DeGeneres, who is Ellen's mum. This one I'm very keen to get into. It is a memoir, and it's categorized under gay studies, and it looks at how Betty dealt with Ellen coming out. This book came out in 1999, so it came out just after Ellen came out as gay on her show. Ellen, was that what it was called? yeah. So I'm just very keen to see what it's like. I really love Ellen DeGeneres. She's just a hilarious person. So I'm very intrigued to sort of see what this is about. What I really like about this book is, as you can see, it was $4. Got it from my local Red Cross op shop, and to me it seems like it is brand new, and that if it was ever read, that it was read really well. So it's in really great condition, and I'm just really keen to give it a go. So the next book I got for Christmas is one that I don't actually have on me right now. I can't be bothered going to get it, so I'll insert a lovely picture, and that is the Harry Potter colouring book. I'm very keen to start on this one. The illustrations inside are really beautiful, and there's also concept art at the back, so you can have a look at what the real colours are meant to be to get inspiration of how you want to colour it. I'm very keen to give this one a go. I really want to get into colouring books. I love colouring, so this is a great place to start. Now I just want to make mention of a couple of other things that I did get for Christmas. One is this beautiful Quidditch Harry Pop vinyl. The second one in my collection. I'm slowly building my pop vinyl collection, one vinyl at a time. I really kind of want to get all of the Harry Potter ones in the current set before they bring out the next 6, so that I don't have to buy as many. But this one is so cute with a little tiny snitch, and they are so gorgeous. The next thing I got, I actually bought on Boxing Day at a Boxing Day sale. Well, really, I bought it online for a Boxing Day sale because it was 20% off, and they have some bookmarks. The first one is this Harry Potter one, which I think is so beautiful, and on the back it says Hogwarts welcomes you home. And just so you know, these are from behind the pages. I will link below to the Etsy store and the Instagram page, because they are seriously good stuff and you need to check them out. The second one is was a set, and they are for the Red Queen series. So there is a glass, hang on, put them the right way. So there's obviously, that's one side, glass or Red Queen and glass sword. I think these go perfectly with the fact that I am reading the book now, and I just love the series anyway. And on the back, the Red Queen one says rise red with us, rise as red as the dawn. And the glass sword one says will you kneel or will you bleed? So I'm very keen to use the glass sword one I'm very keen to use the glass sword one while I'm reading Glass Sword. So that is everything book related that I got for Christmas. I hope you guys had a fantastic Christmas, however you celebrated the day, and I hope you guys have a safe and happy new year. I'll see you guys soon with another video. Bye.